Hey friends, welcome to my channel. It is Rachel here, and today I am doing a December daily process video. These are, I believe, days 8 until 14, so a full second week of December daily, and I'm going to give my full review on how I'm feeling about it so far. But I wanted to say a couple things. I do go into better frame in a few moments. Just give it a second. It'll be fine in a minute. Just hold on. And also you will see flip throughs of everything at the end. Secondly, if you are not subscribed to my channel, it would mean so much to me if you would subscribe to me. It just helps with the algorithm and building my community and all that fun stuff. So that would be really helpful to me if you would consider subscribing. I am, two things about that. I am doing a giveaway once I hit 5,000 subscribers, and it is open internationally, so you're going to want to be a part of that. It's for a gift card for a scrapbook store that ships international, so you're going to want to be a part of that. And also, I wanted to announce that on this Sunday, December 20th, I am doing a live video on YouTube. I'm so excited, a little bit nervous. It's my first time doing something like this. I'm going to be crafting live, and I hope you'll join me. I hope you will craft with me, or maybe just watch or get some inspiration. I will be posting it later on. If you want to catch it afterwards. But I would love it if you would join me. I think it's going to be so much fun, and I'm hoping to do a live once a month. And I did do polls on my YouTube and Instagram, and people said weekends work best, and which is funny because I work weekends, so they work the least best for me, but I have this weekend off, so that's why we're going to do it on Sunday. And I haven't picked a time yet, but I am leaning towards 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will post the final decision. I have put some polls and stuff on my YouTube and Instagram, and I would love it if you would answer those to help me out. But if you're going to join me, let me know down below. I am really excited. Like I said, it's my first time doing something like this, so I'm a little bit nervous. But if you would join, maybe it would make me a little less nervous. But yeah, I'm just going to craft and maybe catch up on December daily. Let me know what you want to see in it. This is just kind of going to be I guess like a tester for when like I start to get really serious about doing my YouTube lives, because it's my first time doing it, so I'm kind of experimenting. Next time I'll probably get input on what I make, but just because I'm a little bit nervous about it, I'm just going to make what I have on hand. But next time I'll get your input on what I should create, and maybe I'll do a couple projects. I don't know. We will see. I'm going with the flow, but let me know if you're going to join or what time works for you, what days of the week normally work for you, because this isn't just a one-time thing. I'm going to be doing this often, so let me know down below. Okay, now I'm going to talk about what I'm working on. I'm sorry, I've been trying to get through these things pretty quickly. You would have seen that sequin mix, that's from Tove's Treasures, and it's so beautiful. I had so much fun picking out like which mix I wanted to use, because she sent me so many pretty ones. If I remember, I'll try and leave her link down below. And also, if you want to see the products I'm using, I do have a Christmas stash video that I'll link down below as well. And that shows you what I'm starting with and what I'm working on. And I also said that I would talk to you guys about how I'm feeling about December daily so far. And there's a couple things. So this year I'm doing a 6x8 album. I don't think I'll do a 6x8 album next year. And the reason for it is because I now create custom albums for people, and this is the exact kind of album I do, and I love it. I love it because it's easy. It's easy to just like put photos in and project life cards in, and really easy to embellish. It's a really nice size. It's not like a full 12 by 12 album. I love the size, and so then I can make it reasonably priced and all this stuff. So for that, it's great. And I've been doing custom albums for others because I love this size and this album, and it's what comes most naturally to me. However, I have done so many of these albums this year that I'm kind of tired of the 6x8 format for my own personal creativity. So I think next year I might try something new just to mix it up. Whether that be like a traveler's notebook or a different size, or I've seen those really cool like 4x4 square albums, but a lot happened during these days. So if I did a 4x4, that might be a lot of photos. But I do want to talk about what happened on one of these days. So we are in Canada, just across the border from like Niagara Falls, Buffalo, that area. And we are big Buffalo Bills fans, thanks to my dad, who, if you don't know, almost 2 years ago passed away. And so this is kind of something, a piece of him that I'm like holding on to. And so, yeah, we're big Bills fans. And we got to be in the virtual crowd on the game on Sunday night, at the game on Sunday night. And it was against the Steelers, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they're a great team. We beat them though. They, up until a week before our game, they had won every single game. So we are the second team they have lost to this season, and they've played, I think, like 13 games now. So it was just awesome. I was expecting us to lose because the Steelers are such a great team, but we won and we got to be in the virtual crowd. So if you watch the game, you might have seen us. You know how sports are doing that now with like the virtual crowds. It's really cool. So I had tons to document, and we really had fun. We had so much, like, it was just such a good night, especially because they won. Like I said, I was expecting them to lose, so that was a huge bonus. One of the things I forget often when I'm doing December Daily is the numbers of the days. So I'm just going back and making sure I have everything filled in. We had good food. You can kind of see our setup there and what it looked like. Someone did catch us and said, "Hey, we saw you on it," but they never let us know when they were showing us on TV. So we looked totally bored in the screen. It was so embarrassing. So they never tell you like, okay, you're on TV. You're just, you always have to be ready, which is hard because it's a 3-hour long game. And we had to be like prepared and ready virtually, in the crowd, like 2.5 hours before the game. So that was at 6 o'clock, and the game went till like, oh gosh, maybe like 11:30 or something. I don't even know, maybe later, around 11:30. But then afterwards we had to like clean up and stuff because we had like my studio lights from scrapbooking and we had like this whole setup and like flags behind us. So anyway, so here are the close-ups. Oh, we also saw some Christmas lights. We were just, there's that beautiful sequin mix that I love, and I love the pinks in it. I love pink for Christmas. Disney Plus came out with some announcements, or just Disney in general. That was a kind of funny Up. If you know the movie Up, it's like an Up thing with the Steelers quarterback and our quarterback Josh Allen. It was just funny. And I didn't even talk about this. I did a scrapbooking retreat with Victoria Marie Designs, so I did that all weekend too. It was a really great weekend. I had that weekend off too. Well, I had the Saturday, Sunday off, so anyway, I hope this album inspired you. Maybe I'll talk about the retreat more next time, but I hope this inspired you, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!